Alright, y'all. If I had to start over today with $0, and I'm talking nothing, no money, no savings, right? No personal connections with like rich people, famous people, and I was literally starting from scratch, this is the exact system that I will follow. And this video, like I said, is about a system, right? It's not going to be motivational. It's about a legit system that I've done that works, the steps that I have taken and learned along the way that works to take me from $0 to 40,000 in the last year. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's get into these steps and hopefully y'all learn something. First things first, y'all need to get a job. A lot of people are going to get stuck here. They're going to wait for the right job, the right opportunity that's paying them $30 an hour, $40 an hour. You cannot wait. If you don't got no money, you don't got a choice. You got to get a job. And that could go be working at McDonald's, Walmart, Target, Walgreens, whatever it is. You go DoorDash. Get an income. Like I said, you don't got a choice right now. You're broke. You need an income. You need money coming in. Because once you start getting money come in, then you start getting the options. And you start getting the choices. You get start choosing what to actually do with your money. Instead of just basically not being able to do anything with it because you don't got none. Second thing I would do, once you got a job and you start getting money come in, you got to save $1,000. And this ain't gonna be spending money. This ain't gonna be money to go blow on a Xbox or a PlayStation or clothes, restaurants. This is literally none of that. This is gonna be emergency fund money. And if you don't know what emergency fund is, it's like I keep mine in a separate account. You keep it wherever you want, but you got $1,000 that you don't ever touch, only for emergencies. Like if your car broke down and you needed to get it towed, if you had to go to the doctor for like an emergency or something and you had to pay, this is what your emergency fund is for. You're not going to use it to spend, on dumb stuff. You're going to literally use it just for emergencies. And it's important to have one because one little setback, one little problem, one little emergency can basically ruin all your progress. And it can kind of become catastrophic. And then you got to start all the way back over. You lose motivation. You maybe quit. This is why having an emergency fund is so important to building wealth and actually setting yourself up for success. And you got to realize, like right now, while you're building this emergency fund, this is not the time to look rich, to look successful yet. This is about the time to become stable with your money and actually start building your wealth, building the foundation. Let's say the foundation. You got to start building the foundation. And once you got a job and you got an emergency fund, you got $1,000 saved, then you got your foundation and you can start exploring other options, start making more money, whatever it is. Which leads me to my next step, which is to learn a high value skill. Now, once you got some stability, you got your income, your emergency fund, like I just said, then it's time to start really like leveling up. You got to go learn a high value skill. And this could be anything, right? For me, it was getting my CDL, but it could be learning a trade. It could be learning something online. Whatever it is that you think is like in demand and what's going to pay good, what people are going to pay for, you got to go learn something. Because this is how you scale. This is how you make more money. This is how you get your income up. This is how you start like building wealth. You got to learn something. And yeah, you want to focus on one skill at first, but once you actually learn and master that one skill, you want to, learn a bunch of different skills, because the more skills you got, the harder that you're going to be to replace as an employee, and the more attractive that you'll look to like someone that's trying to hire you or someone that's going to pay you money to do something, right? So learn as many skills as possible, but at first, let's just say focus on a big one. Like I said, for me, it was getting my CDL. Right now, I'm trying to learn other stuff like content creation. As y'all can see from watching this video, I'm probably not very good at it, but I'm learning it. I'll be honest, I'm probably not good. But like I said, I'm learning it. Just going to take time. But learn a skill, always learn. It's gonna save you. Last part on here, it's gonna be part 4. This part is really important, and it's gonna be change your environment. Now, this goes for like a bunch of different things, right? It goes from, maybe where you live. It goes from the people that you hang around, the social media apps that you're on. You got to change your environment. And I'm not saying you got to delete your social media or you got to move or you got to stop being friends with that person, but you got to cut the distractions. Anything or anybody that's distracting to you, you got to get rid of. And you got to put yourself around people that's going to help you succeed and help you grow as a person. And there's a book called The Proximity Principle. I'm not going to get too into it, but the gist behind it, and it's kind of, everybody kind of knows, but it's not about what you know, it's about who you know, right? You put yourself around the right people, you put yourself around people that are better than you, more successful than you, people that's going to help you succeed, and you are not putting yourself around like the distractions and the negative people. Because you'll start to find opportunities that you didn't even know existed. And putting yourself around like the right environment and the right positions and the right people can literally completely change like the trajectory of your life, which sounds crazy to think about, but it really can. So if I had no money, like I said, that is the exact system that I would use. It's just, I know it works because I've done it, but get a job, save $1,000, learn a high value skill that's going to pay good money, and put yourself around the right people and cut the distractions. And it's really simple, but not a lot of people are going to do it because it's harder than it sounds, right? It's harder than it sounds. So not everyone's going to do it, but it's super simple. If you do it, you will level up. You just got to believe in yourself and start by following this system. I think it's really going to help you. But that's pretty much all I got. I appreciate y'all for watching. If you learned something or you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.